Hi, let's go and discover the National Trust village of Lacock in Wiltshire. Lacock can be found in the southwest of the UK, just under 15 miles from the city of Bath and just over 100 from London. The nearest railway station is at Chippenham, 4 miles to the north of the village, and there is a large car park a few hundred metres from the heart of the village, which is free for National Trust members. So without further ado, let's take a look around Lacock. Lacock is relatively small, so it won't take too long, but in that time I'll give you a brief history of the village and explain why you will want to come and visit. If you wish to stay and explore the area a little more, I'll give you a list of options, including the beautiful Red Lion pub on our left. The Red Lion is a Wadworth pub, brew of the most excellent 6X, but I'm getting distracted. Lacock sits on the outskirts of the Cotswolds area of outstanding national beauty and would make an excellent base to explore further. But we're here to talk about Lacock, so let's kick off. It's mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086, and it has two owners, Edward of Salisbury and Alfred of Marlborough. That in front of us is the National Trust shop, selling all manner of desirable goods. We picked up 2 galvanised planters for our courtyard patio at home. Anyway, back to the history of Lacock. Lacock Abbey was founded on the edge of the village by Ella Countess of Salisbury in 1232. And as you look up and down the high street, you see a scene that hasn't changed in over 100 years, apart from the cars. But some of those exteriors hide a much older building inside. And now another distraction, the village shop, and it sells local ice cream. The village thrived in the Middle Ages as a centre for woolen production. Lacock Abbey was doing well too, until one Henry VIII had a bust up with Rome. The dissolution of the monasteries led to the abbey and the village being sold to William Sharrington, one of the king's courtiers. As the centuries passed, the Lacock estate moved through marriage into the hands of the Talbot family. More distractions. We arrive at quintessentially English, another delightful little shop to tempt you. Another temptation, the George Inn, another Wadworth pub with a 14th century heart, a restaurant and accommodation. Now where was I? The Talbots. Our interest gets piqued with Henry Fox Talbot, 1800 to 1877, and an early innovator in the photographic process. But that story belongs to Lacock Abbey, which will feature in its own video. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss that. It was Henry Fox Talbot's niece Matilda that bequeathed the Lacock estate to the National Trust in 1944. Now another place I need to point out is the Sign of the Angel, a 15th century coaching inn, a great place to stay and a Harry Potter filming location. In fact, Lacock has appeared in Downton Abbey, Pride and Prejudice, Cranford and Wolf Hall. It does look like a movie set, doesn't it? A little factoid, Lacock is the childhood home of Zoe and Joe Sugg of YouTube fame. Also close by, the Queen Consort Camilla has a country home at Raymill House, under a mile from the centre of the village. If you want to discover more of the landscape around Lacock, I'd recommend the OS Maps app. I'll pop a link in the description so you can check that out. And here we have St Cyriac's Church, the village church. And that of course means one thing, a stroll around the graveyard. We're now going to return to Church Street and head along East Street. This means we've covered the 4 streets that make up Lacock. I said it was small. Along East Street you'll find the medieval Tithe barn that dates from the 14th century, probably as part of the boundary of the abbey. You're free to walk in and just take a look around. At the end of East Street we would join the High Street and that Red Lion pub. We would, but we've got to check out the Abbey. Are you going to join us to take a look next time? Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and happy travels.